Today I'm going to show you how to create these lemons using charcoal pencils and why I still love using charcoal as a drawing medium. Be sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more art-related videos, and let's get right into today's video. Now, the first thing I want to mention is you don't have to use charcoals for a value study like this. You could use a black and white colored pencil, a black and white pastel, whatever you have. But I think it is important to do some value studies. And what I mean by that is we're taking the color completely away and we're just looking at our 3D shapes and forms. And we're using a light color to bring out the light areas and a dark color to bring out the shadows or push them back. So you can still use whatever medium you normally use. Now, I prefer to use a mid-tone gray paper. Usually I use the Cason Newton's gray paper. But today I'm trying out the Cason XL Sand Grain in gray, and spoiler alert, I actually really like this paper. Now, charcoal sticks really well to the Cason Newton's textured side. It has a more textured side and a more smooth side. So if I'm using colored pencils, I'll choose the more smooth side. If I'm using charcoal or pastel, I will choose the more textured side. Now, this paper is textured on both sides, and it's slightly grainier than most other paper, so it really grips onto the charcoal well. But I thought I'd have trouble blending it out because the charcoal grips and sticks so well. But honestly, it blended out very nicely, and I just used the little blending stumps to blend out my charcoal. And because the charcoal pencils actually stick even better to this paper, I was able to build up my darks a lot easier than I was on the Cason Newton's. Now, if you don't have a mid-tone paper like this, and you don't have to use gray, you could use whatever color you want, but you could still do this using a white paper. You're just going to focus on using your darks more to build up the forms, or you could use a dark paper and focus on building up your lights more and let the dark paper show through in those dark areas. Now, the reason I love doing charcoal pieces so much is it takes the pressure away from getting the perfect colors for your piece. You're just looking at your values, and it's going to help you learn how to build the form of your subjects using lights and darks instead of color. So you can see in this piece, everything looks 3D, even though I'm still just using a white and a dark. But I'm creating that form, that structure within the objects, just focusing on my lights and darks. If you're just starting out with art, charcoal is a great thing to pick up because once you learn how to create that 3D shape, that form to create that rounded look within your subjects using your light and your darks, going in with color, you're going to be able to build up that form a little bit better because you'll have some base knowledge on how to use your lights and darks to your advantage. Charcoal is also very forgiving. It can be erased away, it can be layered up, so if you need it to go a little bit darker, you just layer up a little bit more on the dark areas. If you need it to go lighter, you can put your white right over top of your dark. It's honestly such an easy medium to use. Now for this piece, I'm only using 2 charcoal pencils. I'm using the General's Peel and Sketch soft pencil, and that is the black pencil that I'm using, and then I'm using the General's white pencil, and that's what I use for the lighter areas. And then I just use a couple different size blending stumps, depending what I'm blending out. The real-time version of this is available on my Patreon, link in the description. For less than a cup of coffee a week, you get access to this tutorial and all my previous ones, plus a new video released each week. I would love to see you over there. Let me know in the comments below if this video has encouraged you to pick up your charcoals again, or to give them a try if you haven't used them yet. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next video.